Let's talk about how Jesus is a metaphor for the sun. I thought most people knew this, and so I apologize. I don't mean to be blunt or brass. I don't have a lot of time to talk about all this stuff. So it's okay that it's a metaphor because Jesus still exists within us or within our spiritual realm. Christ is still something to achieve, Christ consciousness, Christ energy, the goodness, right? The collective conscious. So I wasn't religious until I found this stuff out. Dove into it, learned it, and now I can say I have more faith than I've ever had in my life, and most people that I know that go to church every Sunday. So I just want to start with that. So Jesus is the Son of God. If you were to say who owns the sun or who made the sun, you would say God, Sonsun. They said Jesus walked on water. Well, every morning and every evening when the sun's at a certain angle, the light rays skim across the water and will go all the way across to a focal point, to you, standing on the edge of that bank of water. Jesus is walking on water now. They said when Jesus comes back, Jesus will come back on a cloud for all to see. Well, if you're on a ball, globe Earth, and Jesus comes back on the east side, how is Australia going to see him? They're not, right? It's flat. The sun is coming up on a cloud every morning when we finally get to see that sun approaching across the horizon. Usually is on a cloud, usually leaves on a cloud by the perspective of how far your eye can see, okay? I have ever been in art class, you know what a focal point is? You know what a vanishing point is? You know that you can make something seem further and closer away on a 8x10 piece of paper, right? It's your eyes are just deceive you because this realm is meant to be deceiving. So Jesus had 12 disciples. The sun has 12 zodiac houses. We have 12 cranial nerves. This is how we're all connected, okay? The sun dies on a cross. The Son of God dies on a cross and resurrected 3 days later. The sun in the sky dies at the winter solstice. It doesn't move for 3 days. And on the third day, December 25th, it moves 1 degree north back to the northern hemisphere. All this mystic knowledge was written from the north, the northern hemisphere. This is the Jesus being resurrected out of the tomb. This is the sun moving back towards the north. When the sun moves across the equator and gets closer towards the north, this is called Passover. The sun is passing over the equator. Easter is just to get away from the Jews and separate.